Debbie, welcome to the program.
Hi.
Hi.
I haven't heard this particular problem. I probably should have called yesterday when you had problems that you hadn't heard before. But
We're doing
nevertheless,
that today also, so you're good.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, I haven't had contact with a sister-in-law for many, many years, and I just wanted to get some guidance on.
And why has there been no contact? Why has there been no contact? And no, you're not going to write a letter. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not going to support a letter.
Okay. She decided to cut us out of her life because we would not go along and do things as she wanted us to do.
What did she want you to do that was unacceptable to you?
To cut a sister out of our lives that had drug and alcohol problems.
So she cut you out because you wouldn't cut somebody else out.
That is correct.
You mean if you invited that person who was the druggie and the alkie, whatever, to your house with her not there, she just wanted you. Why did she want no contact? What was her point?
Well, none of us were living together. I mean, we weren't even in the same town.
I just want to know why she had a problem with anybody having something to do with that particular person. Why was there skin off her nose for that?
Because she wanted to be in control and we wouldn't do what she wanted us to do.
Is this the only issue of control in all the years?
Oh no, there's others, but
that
was kind of the
why do we care if she excommunicated you? She's not nice.
No, I know. I don't know. I just thought.
Okay, stop sounding like a silly, vacant female. Don't do that to yourself. Silly, vacant. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. That sounds like a silly, vacant female, doesn't it? Be honest with me.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, let's not be one of those. If she's not a nice or a kind person or understanding, somebody pleasant to be around, somebody you would look forward to spending a whole weekend with somewhere, then let her excommunicate you and get on with your life. Don't send letters. That's just you trying to control back.
But perhaps she's changed.
Then if she had changed, you'd hear from her.
I suppose so. But there are some times when individuals are waiting on the other person to make the first move. Is that not so?
She's the one who needed to change. If she has changed, then she would contact you. If she doesn't have the character to extend herself after she did something so awful to you folks, then she really hasn't changed.
Okay, I can accept that.
Now, I want to know about your life to understand why you would be invested in something so blatantly unpleasant.
I don't know. Well, no. Let me go back. I don't like conflict.
You don't have conflict. She excommunicated you. Conflict is over.
True, but it's still that underlying part there.
Well, learn to live with the fact that some people are bad, and that's just going to be a part of your life.
Okay. Well, I guess I will have to learn to live with that after all these years, won't I?
I would recommend it.
I suppose. My life would probably be easier then, correct?
First, you'd have to explain to me what's been so important to hang on to this discomfort. Where does that come from? Because your rational mind knows you've been excommunicated. That's the end of discord. But in your mind, you'd rather have the discord than the disconnect. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I suppose.
Think for a little bit and stop saying, I suppose. Take a courageous stand on your thoughts. You know that I don't buy into everything people try to sell you. In fact, the harder something is pushed, the more I want to ask, what's really going on here? And nowhere does that matter more than Medicare. Because when it comes to your health care, you need someone looking out for you, not someone just trying to make a commission. That's why I want you to know about Chapter. They're independent Medicare advisors who compare plans nationwide for free and help you find the coverage that fits you best. If you're already on the right plan, they'll tell you. If you're not, they'll help you make a change. Folks who switched with Chapter last year saved an average of $1,100. A call with Chapter takes under 20 minutes, and there's no pressure. Call 347-269-1868 or go to askchapter.org/Dr. Laura. That's askchapter.org/Dr. Laura. You know, it's funny how we replace things without ever questioning it. Take your hairbrush. When the bristles wear out, most people throw the whole thing away and buy another one. What? Well, that's exactly what Brissle Beauty set out to change. Their Forever brush is designed to be the last hairbrush you'll ever need. The handle is beautifully made, and I got a pink one, incredibly durable and built to last. So, when the bristle pad starts to wear, you simply pop it out and snap in a fresh one. That's it. No waste, no fuss. The flexible bristles are gentle on your hair, even if you're wearing extensions, and help keep your hair looking clean and healthy. And because life gets busy, Brissle offers a subscription that delivers fresh replacement bristle pads right to your door. You don't have to wait or ask. Right now, when you buy a Forever brush starter set and a replacement bristle pad subscription using the promo code Dr. Laura, you'll receive your first 2 replacement bristle pads absolutely free. So visit bristlebeauty.com and use the promo code Dr. Laura at checkout.
All right. I know where it stems from.
Tell me.
It stems from my mom.
How so?
And rejection.
Tell me more about your mother's rejection. That's awful. Tell me more.
I was never good enough, never bright enough, never perfect enough, never could do things exactly right. And, lots of children keep trying and trying, even into their adult years,
Yes.
to do that.
Is your mother dead or alive?
Dead.
Did you feel
So I'm not trying
Did you feel relief when you died?
actually,
Did you feel relief when she died?
when she passed, part of me did, yes.
Good. That was the healthy part. The other
And then
part,
part of me felt sad
that you
for
never had a mommy.
what we didn't have.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now that your mother's dead, this terrible woman has become your second mother. And you figure you want to
That I would
try
not want.
again. Maybe I can fix it this time.
But I can't, obviously.
You know why you can't?
Because it's not within my power to do that.
I like that. That's the usual thing a shrink would say. This is deeper. This is deeper. Your mother was wrong. This silly in-law is wrong. It's hard to believe that a mother is wrong. So there's always that trickling doubt that you really aren't very valuable. You aren't really special. There's always that trickling doubt. That's the scab from childhood. And sometimes you do need to pick off
isn't
the
it
scab.
awful? We are with our parents, a relatively short period of time if you compare that to a lifespan, but then that short period of time impacts the majority, if not the remainder of our lifetime?
That's right, because when you put a small plant in the ground and you start cutting it and forcing it in different directions, you change its normal development. And then when you're not doing that anymore, you can still see what came of that destruction.
That's a good
Right.
That's a very good analogy.
But here you are.
I like that analogy.
Thank you. Here you are as an adult, accomplished. People like you. You've done good things. You're probably listening to you. You're a good friend and a good person. And so instead of finding a mother outside of yourself to try to recreate your childhood and make all that be different this time, you ought to make yourself your mother. You ought to stand there and look in the mirror and say, Debbie, look at what you've accomplished in your life in spite of that mother. If you had totally agreed with her, you'd probably be on drugs, be on your fourth marriage. You'd be in the streets.
Boy.
So you're not realizing, this is where I want to shake you, you're not realizing that in spite of that, look what you've done. Instead, look at the realization you just had. They had just a small amount of time to mess me up, and it messed me up. Now you hear my version. They had a small amount of time to mess me up, and they did their best, and I overcame it.
How deep.
That was deep.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that affirmation there.
Good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So I shall wipe that thought of rekindling any communication out of my mind.
No, because your mother's dead.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why that thought is gone.
Good. Yes. Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Wow. That was a wonderful experience. Having that level of conversation was a wonderful experience. Okay. We're going to take a break, come back with your calls at 1-800-375-2872. I'm Dr. Laura Schlessinger. My number, 1-800-Dr. Laura, to have me preach, teach, and nag at you for whatever it is you're going through.
My friend,
my wife,
my husband,
mother-in-law,
my dad,
my sister.
I just need to know what the right thing to do is in this situation.
Call 1-800-375-2872. Let me get you focused.
Looking for you to help me get my head screwed on straight.
Okay, I'll try. It's time for you to call, okay? Now, what's my prescription for better, stronger, happier relationships? Easy. It's the all-new Dr. Laura podcast, featuring a morning monologue by yours truly and a call of the day handpicked by me. Listen daily and get a dose of my preaching, teaching, and nagging at drlaura.com or on the SiriusXM app or wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all good.